I got another collection for you that I'm gonna do today. It's called Make the Stars Jealous. And it has everything you need to do a quick, fast face to get out the door. Just your basics. Brows, contouring, bronzer, foundation. So I gotta put primer on. Always, always, always put primer. Primer does not come with this, but you need primer. And this is our glorious skin primer. Love this stuff. And it will last you a year. No kidding. This is actually my second tube, and I took this from my first tube, but it takes a little work to get it out. It's not even empty, and I have been using it for over a year. So I have all my treatments on, my skin treatments. Proper skincare is really, really important. You need to look after your skin. And if you're younger than me, or even if you're not, start now. I wish I had started 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago even, but I just started a year ago. So I wish I had started that way back when my skin was young. So there's the primer. Primer's on. Let it sit for a few minutes, and I'll tell you what is in the bundle. So besides the bag, get a bag for you here. Oh, that's gonna fall on the floor. Okay, this is the bag you get with it. You've seen me show you this bag before. This bag, and it has a chain if you want to wear it as a purse, or you can take the chain off and just use it as a makeup bag or just a whole bag, whatever you want to do. So that bag comes with all our collections. So you get that, and then in the Make Your Stars Jealous, you get foundation, be it BB cream or liquid foundation. So you choose one of these, whichever you want. I'm going to show you both. I'm going to use them together because that's my favorite thing to do. But you don't have to. You can pick this one, which is for like a medium coverage and it dries to a matte finish. It's a liquid and dries to a matte finish. Or a BB cream that is a tinted moisturizer. So if you need extra moisture, if you have dry skin, you want to use this. I like to mix them together so I get the moisture and I get the coverage. Okay, so you get that, one of those. You get a highlighter, and you can get a cream. Here, I'll show you the highlighters. You can get a cream, which I'm going to add to my liquid foundation mix, or you get a cream to stick that you just put on or blend in down your nose, wherever you want, or you get a powder. This is iridescent. So they come in, I think, 5 different shades. That's iridescent. That's the lightest one. That's the lightest one. And this is benevolent. So it's a little darker. And then there's 5 other ones. This cream one I have is benevolent too. That's what I add into my, maybe I'll show you those too, so you know the different kinds. So foundation, an illuminizer, a bronzer, which I'm going to show you a bunch of things you can do with this because it's awesome. Brow pencil, because brows are very important, and an epic. So you get all that in your bundle. So this is like your base face. You can do a whole face look to get out the door. So my primer's pretty much set now. You want to let that set in first. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to make a mix. So you don't have to do this, but this is what I found works the best for me. I'm going to use a little bit of BB cream. Put it right there. And both of these you want to mix up before you use them. Empty the dropper. Mix it. I got a lot of BB cream there. And I know I'm getting to the end of this one. So I might have to, it's going to take, I'm just adding like 3 drops. There's not quite full drops, but. And then I'm going to add this luminizer in there that's going to give my face an overall shine. So that's the luminizer there. And then I've got the BB cream and liquid foundation there. Just a little extra highlight there. You can see it shining. So then I'm going to mix all these things together. So it's like an equal consistency. Everything's mixed with everything else. I use the BB cream in bisque and the liquid foundation in Fleur at this time of the year, because my skin is paler than in the summer. In the summer I switch to a little darker. Just mix that all up there. Then I'm going to place it on my face. And there's a bunch of ways to get this onto your skin and looking flawless. I just use my fingers for this part just to transfer it after I've mixed it to my face. Okay, and then I'll take a brush, usually the liquid foundation brush, just to sort of stipple it around. I'm not brushing yet, I'm just stippling it around to get it all evenly spread on top of my skin. And again, I'm just getting it evenly spread around so that there's a little bit of foundation everywhere. And once I have it pretty evenly spread, and I'll just start doing some rubbing. And I'm rubbing lightly, and I'm rubbing up against gravity because gravity pulls us down constantly, so I don't want to help it. It's already doing a great job all on its own. So rubbing up where I can, or out and up. And not rubbing very hard, just spreading it evenly around. Working it into all my fine lines. I always say fine lines. All my wrinkles. And then, so I've got it pretty much all spread around. So I'm going to take a different brush. My favorite brush ever is this powder concealer brush, and I use the big end of the brush to swirl it all around. And I find if I take an extra time doing this, it has a big effect on the appearance of the look, the flawlessness of it, because it spreads it all smooth. It gets it out of any wrinkles or lines that I have, smooths it all out, and then the liquid foundation dries to a powder. So as I'm rubbing it in, it's turning powderish, and it's melding with my skin to create a perfect match for my skin. So I always take a little extra time to do this step, letting the products set themselves. And I'm just going really, really lightly. And this just adds to the flawlessness of the finish. See that? And then down my neck. Make sure it's all blended in seamlessly. Up into my hairline. and it looks great. So you notice I have dark circles and dark eyelids. I'm sure it's a very common problem. So I recommend adding to this bundle concealer. And I'm going to show you that and what it does to make such a difference to my face. So the concealer, this is our Skin Perfecting Concealer. I'm going to use to highlight under my eyes and draw away from those dark circles. I'm also going to use it to lighten my lids a little bit to make my eyes look a little bigger in appearance and less deep set. I'm just going to warm it between my fingers. Gets a little softer. And then I'm going to come down on top of my cheekbone to add a highlight to it. So what I'm doing is not so much plopping this on the dark circle, but I'm drawing attention away from the dark circle. And then I'll just move upwards a little bit towards it. So it draws the attention away from the dark circle, which is what I want. I'll add a little bit to my eyelids to lighten it. So this is pretty much just highlighting, bringing things forward in your face. And I'm going to show you the contour with the bronzer that comes with the Make the Stars Jealous bundle. So I work some of this in with my finger. Put a little bit in the dark corners of my eye. And highlight, highlight, highlight what you want, your features. The features you love, you want to bring forward. Okay, so then I take this powder concealer brush again that I used for blending my foundation, and I'm going to blend this concealer in the highlight with the same end. Blend over my eyelids, so much better appearance of them just by doing that. Blend this highlight down my nose, and then blend under my eye too. Okay, so the highlight draws attention to my cheekbones and away from my dark circles. The the baggy part, that's shadow, I can't get rid of that because it's fluid. So, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of setting powder because I do have those wrinkles there. And I'm just going to pop that on to make sure that what I've blended here is not going to move anywhere. So if you have fine wrinkles under your eyes and you find that your concealer starts to set in them, this is what you need, is the setting powder. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend a little more, very light touch, blend all that out around my face. Okay, so next product in the Make Your Stars Jealous. So we got our foundation and our illuminizer in there. We have bronzer, and this is one of my favorite and most versatile products because you can bronze yourself with it, so and you can contour with it. So I'm going to take the bronzer part and I'm just going to start to warm up my face just by adding like a sun-kissed glow. Add a little depth back into my face. My concealer or my foundation has sort of neutralized all the depth. I'm just going to add a little on the shiny part. This is a shiny and a matte side. So on the shiny part, I'm just adding a little bit of glow to my face. And then I'm gonna take the matte side and I'm gonna add contour. So underneath my cheekbone, in the hollow, I'm gonna add a little darker of contour. So that's gonna make slim out my cheeks, make my face look more sculpted than it is. So you wanna come down to just sort of where your eye starts, no further than where your pupils are, and add some contour up to your head. And if you have a nose shape that you don't particularly like, you can add a little contour down the sides of your nose to make your nose look slimmer, or if you put a line like this, you can make the tip look a little bulbous. You can do anything. So then I'm going to take just the matte side and I'm just going to blend this into where it is. So keep the little darker there with the contour, but blending it in so it's not just a stripe anymore. And down my jawbone, so I'm creating sort of a sharper jaw by putting it just under and on the edge, and then blending this side in so it's not as sharp as a line, and then blend up on your forehead as well. And then don't forget to blend the side of your nose if that's what you've done. And then I take an all over brush and just blend that all out. So you can see that now I've got a little more shape to my face. I've got some contour and I've got some highlight. So that's awesome. So this thing is very, very versatile. What I'm also going to show you with it that you can do is add a little eyeshadow with it. So take the bronzer on the light side. You just pop that on your lid, in your crease. You're going to add a little eyeshadow just with this product. So it's super, super versatile. You can also use this on your lips with a lip gloss. This just gives you a nice sun-kissed neutral face. Very, very natural looking. I'll take my blending brush here and just blend that out. Super great. Okay, so next, the brow pencil. And this is so easy to use. I love it. So, it's a nice little point. And I'm just going to blend this part, it's bugging me. There. It's got a nice little point on it. I'm going to come to the bottom side of my brow. And I'm just going to pull up towards the upper corner of the top part of my brow. So I'm going through the brow and up to the top, and then across the top. And then I'm just going to fill in. And I just go with my natural brow shape. I don't change it in any way. I just enhance the spaces and then come down the tail. Same on the other side. Going from the bottom along and up to the top, along the top to that point again, and then just filling in. And then down the tail. Then I will just take the brush of it and just go along my natural hair direction, growth direction, to make it all look even and natural. So this is like super, super natural. Okay, so because you can also get these guys in them, I'll just show you. This is the cream to powder stick. So you can just go on like this to add it. See that highlight there? Right on your cheekbone. And then blend in with your finger, or you can just use your finger to do it, whatever you prefer. Okay, so that's the cream to powder stick. And this one, this is another mode of luminizer, and you can use, that's a powder. So I will typically take this, and I'll come right down the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose. This is the lightest. It's got like the best, brightest highlight. And then under my brow bone to highlight my brow bone. Like that. And on my cupid's bow. Like that. So, that is basically make the stars jealous. You've got your whole face covered. I've used this for eyeshadow. I don't have a clear gloss. Yeah, I do have a clear gloss. So I'm going to use this for clear gloss. For lip look too. I'll show you how to do that. So this is just a clear gloss. You could use the vanilla bonbon that's clear. That is a clear shade. Just add a little gloss on. And then I'll take a brush, find a brush to do this with. And I'll take the bronzer. And it doesn't matter if you use matte or the shine side, or whatever you like. And you can create a neutral, natural lip. For sun-kissed glow. Just with this. So contour, bronzing, eyeshadow, and lip. All done with this product. So you get this, a luminizer, a foundation, brow pencil, and Epic. Let me just put on some Epic here, and then we're done. So I just gotta come a little closer to my mirror. Oh, you can't see me, but it does wonders for my little tiny eyelashes. Okay, so that's a neutral look that you can do with Make the Stars Jealous. If you want to add colors on top of this, that's awesome. But that's everything that comes in it. The only other products that I used was Glorious Face Primer, which you should have if you put on any makeup at all. You should have this. And the concealer that I use for my dark circles, and a little bit of highlight. That's it. Anything else I would, the only other thing I would do is spray a little setting spray on top of this, so it will last me the entire day. But that's it. Okay, so that's Make the Stars Jealous. Let me know if you want to be color matched, or if you want to talk about which foundation you would choose, BB cream or liquid foundation. I'd be happy to help you, and I'd be happy to get your color right. Okay? Thanks. Bye.